My TikTok cannot load, sir. Cannot see from this side. Please give me a moment. Hello, everyone. Right, I'm unable to see the comments because it's a black screen on my end. Okay.
50 grammar and vocab MCQ.
50 grammar and vocab. Okay, we are back at doing grammar. Okay, hi everyone. Hello. 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 Okay, yes, can see ya. Okay, so we are doing 50 grammar and vocabulary questions. Right. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. And for those of you who have just joined us, welcome back. Okay. Please give me a moment. Sorry, my TikTok is not loading. Okay, hello. Can I know who have joined the live? Did anyone comment?
Hello, where's Irina?
Irina?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Irina. Hi Irina. Sorry, I can't really see your comment from my...
No, I was gonna ask where's Irina?
Oh, who asked?
Emoji with camera, headset, and then with a slash said 小妹妹.
小妹妹. Oh, 小妹妹 asking where's Irina. Irina is not back at the live session yet.
And then he or she replied, okay, bye bye.
Oh, okay, bye-bye. Okay, hi everyone. Thank you for joining our live session. Right, we are doing 50 grammar and vocabulary questions now, right, from this ebook called 1200 Grammar and Vocabulary Questions. Okay, so if you can see over here at our main TikTok page, right, you can click in the link in our bio, scroll down and click on ebook store. So over here from our ebook store, you can access all our ebooks at your convenience and find the most suitable revision material for your PSLE, as well as O-level students as well, right? So if you are in secondary school and you want to look for a self-study revision material, feel free to browse through our ebook store to see more. So we are doing this ebook right now. It's called 1200 Grammar and Vocabulary Practice Questions. Okay. I think there's something wrong in my TikTok. Yeah, I refreshed it several times. Okay. Can now, can. Okay, hi Irina. Irina is back, just as Xiao Mei Mei left. Okay. So yes, Joy. Oh my goodness. Hi Joy. Welcome to the live. Hi Oreo. Hello. Okay, yes, so we are going through this ebook once again, right? 1200 PSLE grammar and vocabulary practice. So feel free to ask me any questions if you have if you are curious about the ebook, or if you don't know how to purchase it, right? Or you just want to join for the live lessons to go through the questions together, right? Just stay here. Wait, AFK for 5 minutes. Sure, Irina. Okay. Hello. Hi, welcome back. Hi, the dice. Welcome back. Okay, we are doing this 50 grammar and vocabulary MCQ questions together once again. Hi, Bob and Tim. Isn't Bob the minion? Right, the minion. And Tim is the little teddy bear. Okay, the dice not wasting any time, jumping straight into the answer. Okay, any more answers for question number 1? Any more answers for question number 1? Right, we are doing question number 1. Unafraid blank snakes. Jenny stretched out her hand to touch the yellow-bellied python. Okay, so unafraid blank snakes. Right, we are looking at a preposition to answer this question over here. Okay, 2, yes. Unafraid of snakes, Jenny stretched out her hand to touch the yellow-bellied python. Okay, question 2. Sam told his mother, "Don't worry, Mum. The holiday homework that blank assigned by the teacher will be completed before I go for the P5 camp." Okay, so holiday homework that blank assigned by the teacher. Holiday homework, this is uncountable. Okay, and assign is in the past tense. Therefore, the answer is actually option number 2. Yes. Okay, was assigned by the teacher, will be completed before I go for the P5 camp. Blank leaving the house early. Kenny arrived late for the concert. Okay, so now he left the house early, expecting to reach early as well. But he still arrived late for the concert. So what would the answer be for question number 3? Okay, so question 3, option number 3, despite leaving the house early. Okay, any more answers? Question number 3. Okay, yes, Joy and the dice, that is correct. Okay, despite leaving the house early, Kenny arrived late for the concert. Hi, Pillow. Hello. Welcome back to the live. Okay, question number 4. The cashier will ask you to complete a form, blank you change your mind and ask for a refund for your purchase. Okay, so complete a form, blank you change your mind. So this case, this will be a word that replaces this blank if. Irina, oh, thank you for your kind words. I'm okay, I'm fine. This was in so many, yes, the dice, right? So if you see that after doing several practices, like from question, maybe not question, but from all the grammar practices that we have done over the past few live sessions, you can see a trend appearing, right? So for this trend over here, you can tell that, oh, every time this question appears, you are more likely than sure to know that the answer will be should. Okay, so should is actually a word that, let's say, replaces the word if by a more formal tone. Okay, moving on to question number 5. Right, Dion always hand in her work on time, blank sheet. Okay, so always, right, hand in her work. So this means that she always does this action. Okay, this is in positive. Therefore, this will be in the negative. Okay, so does and doesn't. Yes, okay, she does hand in, right? Okay, doesn't she? Positive, negative. Yes, I'm glad you remember this rule over here for grammar. Question 6. Can you tell me how you went to Universal Studios and with blank, please? Mother question. Okay, and with blank, please. Okay, 2. And with whom? Yes, okay. So with whom, please. Correct. Question 7. When it comes to blank, no one is better than Jamie. Okay, full stop. Should be a full stop here. Another synthesis question. Yes, that is right. So synthesis actually links to grammar quite often than not. It's more of a grammar sentence structuring question compared to vocabulary. Okay, what's the difference between who and whom matrix? Oh, can I zoom in? Yes, definitely. Okay, what's the difference between who and whom? This is a very commonly asked question, right? So who is used when we say who is this person? She is the person. So it's used to replace the word he or she in the context, or maybe they, right? But it's an interrogative pronoun, right? A relative pronoun that we use to refer to people. So we can't really say who is that animal, right? But animal is not a person, so that is not when we use who. But whom, in a sense that whom will be used before a noun, right? Usually comes in the, what's that, hamburger rule. Yes. So maybe say a person whom she met yesterday. Yesterday, sorry, spell yesterday. Okay, versus who met her yesterday. Okay, so this is how we use them in separate contexts, right? So when you ask or you say who, she is the person who invented this thing, right? So who will not be before and after a noun. So person who invented something. Okay, this is more relevant. Okay, whom got hamburger, yes. So this is how you, okay, let me erase this to prevent confusion. This is how you differentiate who versus whom. So person who invented the rocket, let's say, okay, rocket, versus the person whom she met. You can see that these two are nouns, right? So noun and noun, but this is a noun and this is a verb. So you can tell the difference when you use whom and who. Okay, so when it comes to baking, yes, for this case, baking will take the noun form, right? Even though the base form of it is a verb. Okay, so the answer is option number 4. Question 8. Having blank her mother mixed the dough, Sally switched on the oven to heat it up. Okay, so question number 8. What is the answer? Okay, 3. There's a lot of people who say the answer is number 3. Okay, that is correct. Right, having helped her mother, right? The participle form of the word help is helped, right? So I have helped the person or had helped. Question 9. Neither the boys nor their mother blank keen to go to the theme park during the upcoming holidays. We know this is in present tense. Right, their mother is the second subject. So what is the answer for this? It's quite straightforward, right? We know that it's present tense. We can cross out 3 and 4. And their mother is singular. Okay, their mother is singular. One person, right? So the answer is 1. Yes, okay, 1 is the correct answer. Right. Neither the boys nor their mother is keen to go to the theme park during the upcoming holidays. Oh, was looking at a different question. I see. Yeah, so the correct answer is option number 1, right? Present tense singular form. Okay, so if it's past tense, it will be was. If it's present So that's how you differentiate each hour's word. It's quite straightforward for primary school students. Please take note and make sure you check all the keywords in the question, right? Especially the tenses. Is it present or is it past? There are many hints around that some of you may miss out and make a careless mistake that costs you 1 mark. So rarely blank we find such dull-colored poisonous plants, Professor Hing declared in delight. Okay, rarely blank we find such dull-colored poisonous plants. So rarely blank we find. Yes, rarely do we find. Okay, present tense, right? Present tense. Rarely do we find. Okay, now we are at our grammar clues segment. Right, so let's look at this together. Do you know that 100,000 flights operate daily, contributing to approximately 4% of greenhouse gases produced annually? There have been year-on-year increases and the percentage is projected to triple blank the year 2050. Okay, blank the year 2050. Triple. Yes, Pillow and Ozil, very fast answers, right? By the year 2050. Okay, triple by the year. Is sustainable solutions blank not implemented? Right. If suggests a future possibility. Okay, and solutions is in plural form. So this will be if sustainable solutions are not implemented. Yes, okay, are not implemented. Experts predict that this rise blank persists. Okay, it's just a prediction, right? Not confirmed. Okay, not confirmed. So what the answer will be for this question over here? This rise. Okay, J says that the answer is J. Yes, okay, so the correct answer is may persist. This answer may persist. Ines Fitzgerald, a UK runner, declined participating in an Australian race due to environmental concerns. Blank instead, she embarked on a 1,600 kilometers train journey, blank England to Italy. Okay, so environmental concerns, blank instead. The dice, why are you saying that? Right, you are not useless, okay? Right, I'm happy to see everyone trying their best to answer the questions. So even if you get it wrong or you answer a bit slower than the rest, right, it will be okay. Right, I'll still see your answers as well. So you are able to gauge your standards or your revision, right? So if you see that, oh, I actually got this question wrong, I'll make sure to get it correct the next time as well. So blank instead, yes, okay. So the correct answer for this question is and instead, right? Some of you may be looking for the word but, right? But instead, but it's not, okay? It'll be and instead. She embarked on a 1,600 kilometers train journey, blank England to Italy. Hey, hi Gwen. Gwen says F. Okay, that's correct. Okay, from England to Italy. Okay, from England to Italy. Her choice to do so brings attention to the environmental impact caused by flights despite ongoing global efforts blank reduce emissions. Okay, despite ongoing global efforts, okay, blank reduce emissions. And 2, that's correct, okay, to reduce emissions. While airlines seek eco-friendly solutions, finding blank most suitable solution remains challenging as our planet blank limited resources. Okay, finding blank most suitable solution. Okay, we are looking at a specific point. Finding the most suitable solution, that's correct. Right, remains challenging as our planet blank limited resources. G next. Okay, as our planet, G is has. Right, yes, that's correct. Has limited resources. Okay, as our planet has limited resources. When planning your next trip, blank family or friends. When planning your next trip, blank family or friends. Cannot see. Okay. When planning your next trip, blank family or friends. Okay, so the answer is with. Right. Next. Experts suggest using trains, buses, or bicycles, blank alternatives reduce the impact of air travel on the environment. Okay, blank alternatives, right? We are referring to the specific alternatives, so it's plural form. Okay, take note that it's in plural form, so don't get tricked by this question as well. It will be okay. Blank alternatives reduce the impact. Okay, blank alternatives reduce the impact. Okay, so these alternatives reduce the impact of air travel on the environment. Opting for eco-friendly choices helps reduce our environmental impact, supporting conservation efforts positively. Okay, conservation efforts. Right, it's not conversation. So let's go on to the next part over here. We are at vocabulary, MCQ, and vocabulary close. Okay, we are at vocabulary, MCQ, and vocabulary close right now. Okay, so let's go to question 21. Irina, do you want music? Oh, music. I think the music has stopped. So
No, it's very soft.
oh, it's very soft. Okay. Okay, you can request your songs here and the admin will help to play. Yes, the National Library has a large collection of rare books that are blank to members with paid subscription. Okay, large collection of rare books that are blank to members with paid subscription. Two, accessible to members. Yes, okay. So question number 21, 2 is correct. Right, accessible to members with paid subscription. Okay, moving on to the next question. Question 22. Lakeside Park has and blank environment suitable for anyone looking for a quiet spot to relax after a hard day's work. Okay, a blank environment, right? If you are looking for a quiet spot, it cannot be a gentle environment, okay? Amiable means friendly, so this will be wrong. Okay, this means friendly. Lenient means to be forgiving. Okay, so the correct answer is actually option number 3, tranquil. Okay, moving on to question 23. Our holiday plans in Penang were blank by the unexpected downpours and flash floods. We were at a loss for our next move. Okay, so were blank by the unexpected downpours, right? So what is the answer, right? Holiday plans were disrupted, right? So what would be a suitable answer? Wow, dancing to the song, is it? Okay, Irina says 2, the die says 4. Thwarted or prevented. Okay, the plans can be, were they prevented by the unexpected downpours? Right, prevented is usually by something with more of an intention, right? You prevent something from happening. So for question 23, the answer is actually thwarted. Question 24. Right, this packing list might not be complete. It was blank drawn up due to a lack of time. Okay, so it was blank drawn up due to a lack of time. Right, blank drawn up, right. Okay, this will be the clues for our answer over here in the blank. Okay, hastily drawn up is correct. Okay, it was hastily drawn up. Okay, question 25. Okay, bye-bye the dice. Thank you for joining our live session. Okay, see you soon. We may have lost to the other school in the first round, but there's a chance we might still make it to the finals. Let's blank and stay in the game, Bob exclaimed. Okay, question 25. 2. Yes. Okay, let's pull up our socks, right? We try to improve ourselves. So the correct answer is option number 2. Okay, moving on to the next practice. Let's take some time to read this passage together. Okay, the Everyday Museum is a public art initiative in which artists get to bring art to the community by producing artworks that are displayed in public. There is one such project at Tanjong Pagar. By situating the artworks in this housing estate, art is brought to the everyday lives of residents and visitors. One such artwork, Little Islands, spans 2 HDB blocks. It features a landmass surrounded by water, offering a sense of spaciousness to the viewers. Amid the hustle and bustle of city life, Little Islands beckon its viewers to stay a while longer. Other visual representations of art forms include anime murals painted on a few shop houses that provide viewers a whimsical take on this old public housing estate. This infusion of art into the community is indeed seamlessly done. Viewers can spend an entire day exploring and admiring the artworks around the estate in familiar comfort, an experience very much different from the standard museum visits. Okay, so let's go on to question 26 by situating the artworks. Okay, so we have this word situating. By situating, okay, placing, right? We situate something somewhere, right? Yeah, basically like putting the thing over there. So situating something is placing the artworks. Art is brought to the everyday lives of residents and visitors. One such artwork, Little Islands, spans 2 HDB blocks. Okay, spans 2 HDB blocks. Okay, extends across, that's correct. Okay, spans 2 HDB blocks is extending across. Right, so the artwork actually extends across the 2 HDB blocks. So from this block all the way to the other block, right, the artwork is as long as the stretch. So that's how it spans the 2 HDB blocks. It features a landmass surrounded by water, offering a sense of spaciousness to the viewers. Amid the hustle and bustle of city life, Little Islands beckons its viewers to stay a little while longer. Beckons. Okay, beckons. Beckons its viewers to stay a little while longer. Okay, question 28. What is the answer? Three. Yes, that's correct. Okay. So attracts, right? Attracts the customers or the people. Not customers, sorry. The people to stay a while longer to admire the artwork. So it's very attractive because the artwork is very mesmerizing. What's steers? When you steer something, it's like the steering wheel, okay? Pillow, when you steer away from this direction, right? So it's like when you're driving a car, you have to steer and navigate it. Okay, question 29. Okay, let's go back to the passage. Question 29. Other visual representations of art forms include anime murals. Representations. Yes, okay. Thank you, Irina, for the visual representation as well, right, of a steering wheel. So the correct answer is displays, right? They display these artworks. So visual displays, visual representations. Okay, moving on to question 30. So this infusion of art into the community. This infusion of art, right? Infusion. Okay, this infusion of art into the community. One or three. Addition or production. Oh, one or two. Addition or expulsion. What is expulsion? Expulsion is more of removing something, right? Expulsion is the noun form of expel, right? Expulsion would mean that it's forcing someone or something to leave a place, right? You expel someone from school, that's expulsion. Okay, hello, haircut, hair tan. Okay, yes. So infusion is actually addition. The addition of this addition of art into the community is indeed seamlessly done. Okay, moving on to the next question, right? Grammar MCQ and grammar close. Practice 27. Irina, oh my goodness. What is that? What did I say? Hair tan? Why do you suddenly say haircut and hair tan? Okay, question number 1. Right. Brian, together with his classmates, blank prepared for Mr. Goh's pop quiz yesterday. Okay. This is actually past tense. past tense, and this is a distractor, right? If you remember, we can cancel this out because of the two commas. Okay, so Brian is a singular term that we are looking at in this question over here. So Pillow, you may want to revisit your answer and check if it's correct, right? Okay, so the answer for the first question here is actually option number 3. The dice is correct. Okay, was prepared. Okay, because Brian is singular and yesterday is past tense. Okay, question number 2. All the students felt discouraged blank their school badminton team's loss to their rivals. Okay, discouraged blank the school's badminton team. Discouraged by. Yes, okay. So no problems with this. We all know that this is the preposition we use. And moving on to question number 3. Wen Ling blank her grandmother fortnightly. Okay, what does fortnightly mean? Okay, any idea what fortnightly means? Okay, fortnightly means every what? Every 2 weeks. Yes, that's correct. Every 2 weeks. Okay, so if you all have this activity, I'm not sure if you still have it in schools, but it's called Mother Tongue Fortnight, right? So there's actually some Mother Tongue activity that you can do every 2 weeks. Usually it's on Fridays, if I remember correctly, right? So Mother Tongue Fortnight, that's something you can remember. You still have that. Oh, I see. Yes, so you get to do like many different activities during Mother Tongue Fortnight, right? So you can like either make like those Chinese rice dumplings, or we make those mooncakes during Mother Tongue Fortnight. Sometimes it's just paper crafts, right? You can share your experience as well. You had it in P2. Oh, so afterwards there's no more Mother Tongue Fortnight. You did puppetry. I see. That's interesting. I remember in the past when I used to have Mother Tongue Fortnight, our class made mooncakes. We actually made mooncakes in the classroom. Then you can eat it. Okay, so Wen Ling blank her grandmother fortnightly as she wants to spend time with her. Wen Ling is singular. Okay, every 2 weeks is present tense. Okay, bye bye Irina. Thank you for joining the live. Right, I hope you learned something new today as well. Bye bye. Okay, Wen Ling visits her grandmother fortnightly. Okay, visits her grandmother fortnightly. Question number 4. They went to the park earlier today, blank day. Okay, what is the present tense of this word over here, went? What is the present tense of went? To, go. Yes, okay, so they went to the park, right? This means it's positive, okay? It's the past tense of go, right? So this will be negative. So we can cross out 1 and 2. Okay, so they went to the park earlier today. So went is indicating that they did go to the park, right? Therefore, the answer is option number 3, didn't they? Question number 5. You blank have completed the assignment by now. It was due yesterday. Madam Goh cheated Jack. Okay, so question number 5, what will the answer be for the blank over here? Okay, this is an expectation, right? You blank have completed assignment by now. Okay, you should have completed. Yes, question number 5. Okay, most of you have no problem. Okay, the answer is option number 4. You should have completed the assignment by now. Okay, moving on to question number 6. We don't have blank time to pack for the road trip. We better get started on it, exclaimed Andy's mother. So we don't have blank time. Okay, is time countable or uncountable? Time is uncountable. Right, because you should get started on it, right? Means that time is running. And the answer is option number 2. Yes, we don't have much time. Right, much time, uncountable. Now, yes, the dice. Thank you for commenting that, right? Because as we have talked about it before, uncountable time, but you can count the number of hours and number of minutes. So you can count, let's say, 5 hours, you can count 10 minutes, right? These are countable components of time. But time itself in essential is not countable. Like money, homework, as well as maybe problems, like not problems, but more of interest, or yeah, there's a lot of things that are uncountable. So yes, let's go on to question number 7. Please pick up after blank, Mrs. Raju reminded her class before they left the campsite. Okay, please pick up after blank. She's reminding the class, right? Okay, please pick up after yourselves. That's correct. Okay, so pick up after yourselves. A lot of people, so can't be one. Yes, you cannot pick up after myself. And she is talking, like, if you can see the inverted commas here, she's directing this speech to the class, right? She's telling the class. So when your teacher reminds you, okay, remember, right, to pick up the class, to pick up the rubbish after yourselves, right? So that's what she means. Question number 8, blank. She spent countless hours preparing for her presentation. She still felt nervous. Okay, the dice says, however, she still felt nervous. Is it however? However, she spent countless hours preparing for a presentation. She still felt nervous. Okay, yes. So in this context, pillow is correct, right? Though she spent countless hours, right? Though she spent countless hours preparing for her presentation. Wait, wrong question. Oh, the dice, you are looking at question number 9. So your answer for question 9 is 4. Okay, so though she spent countless hours preparing for a presentation, she still felt nervous. Okay, so for question number 9, the dice answer is 4. How about the rest? The committee. Blank members are all students. Okay, committee. Right. So for this question over here is a little trickier, right, for question number 9. Okay, the committee blank members are all students. Organize the charity event. 4 or 2, yes. Okay, any other answers? Okay, no answer. 4 4 or 2? Yes. Okay, so for this question, right, the committee. Committee is a group of people, right? So which members are students organize the charity event. Okay, so the twins blank to represent the nation in football since primary 5. Okay, since primary 5, right? So it's a long time ago and it's still ongoing. So it's present, perfect, continuous. Okay, and the twins is plural. Okay, so take note this is plural form. So the answer is have been training. Okay, have been training to represent the nation in football since primary 5. Okay, moving on to the next question over here. Football, sometimes called soccer, is the world's most popular sport. Played by millions around the world, it is a blank game that requires skill and teamwork. Okay, it is blank game. Yeah, this one below answer. If you want to skip this section, it's also fine. We can go on to vocabulary. Okay, it's up to you. See what Pillow does. Pillow want to do grammar close? Okay, it is a game that requires skills and teamwork. Right, that's correct. Okay, so football is actually one of the many games that you know that require skill and teamwork. Blank the start of a match. Okay, blank the start of a match. D, yes, at the start of a match. Teams line up and the referee blows a whistle to signal the kickoff. The aim is to score goals blank, getting the ball into the opposing team's net. Okay, how you score the goal, right? So that's the way you can score a goal is blank getting the ball into the opponent's net. Yes, by getting the ball into the opposing team's net. However, there are players' blank role is to defend their goal to prevent opponents from scoring. Okay, there are players, right? Blank role. So this role belongs to the players, right? So whose role? Yes, that's correct. Players primarily use their feet to move the ball blank. They can also use their heads or torsos. Okay, so use their feet to move the ball. Blank, they can also use their heads or torsos. Okay, but they can also use their heads or torsos. Yes, that is correct. Okay, but they can also use their heads or torsos. Coaches strategize and focus on blank players' strengths. Okay, coaches strategize and focus on blank players' strengths. G, each player's strength. Yes, okay, each is correct. They often make player substitutions during the game to bring fresh energy and tactics. Blank the field. Okay, to bring fresh energy and tactics, blank the field. Okay, bring something, blank the field, right? This is a place, right? You bring something onto. Yes, onto is correct for this question over here. Question 18. The sport is governed by the International Football Association Board, blank made of a set of rules known as the laws of the game. Okay, so this board over here is not a person, right? So what is this? Okay. So question 18. Blank made a set of rules known as laws of the game. Very pixelated, I see. Okay, blank made a set of rules. Okay, I've zoomed in a little more. Blank made a set of rules. Is this better? P. Which made a set of rules? Okay. How about pillow? Question 18. Pillow says M. That made. Okay, so for this question, governed by this is actually which, right? So this board which made a set of rules known as the laws of the game. But I understand why you use M as one of the answers, right? It's totally valid and probably quite commonly seen that students may make this careless mistake as well. But because it is a board, right? Usually when you see this committee, this board, or a person, we will use which instead of that, right? Being more specific, referring to 5W and 1H. So blank rules ensure fair play and safety for all players. Okay, the specific set of rules, right? So blank rules. Okay, blank rules. Let me zoom in a little more. And those set of rules, yes. Okay, so that's correct. So correct answer will be those rules ensure fair play and safety for all players. Football is not blank a sport, but also a global event that brings people together. What makes you beautiful by One Direction? Yes, that is right. Wow, actually primary schoolers these days know One Direction. Interesting. Okay, football is not blank a sport, but also a global event. Okay, football is not blank a sport, but also. Right, every time you see not blank, but also, it will always be this correlative conjunction, not only, but also. Right, so for the last blank, J is the correct answer. Okay, for the last blank over here, J is the correct answer. Okay, not only a sport, but also a global event that brings people together. Yes, we did it. Congratulations, the dice and pillow. Okay, good job to the both of you. You are the leftover survivors of grammar and vocabulary for now. Okay, so I'm glad you actually remember some of the grammar rules that we actually talked about previously and adapted it and make it put it to good use in this practice paper, right? Yes, GG. Okay, so should we go on to vocabulary? Okay, let's go on to vocabulary. Okay, Mr. Mohan was not wealthy, but he found blank in spending quality time with his family, which mattered more than material things. He found amusement or he found contentment. Is it 3 or is it 2? 2, 2, 3. Okay, so actually he found contentment, right? So this is actually what is similar to the word satisfaction. Okay, he found satisfaction. So the correct answer is actually 3. Can cross off one. He found resentment. That's definitely wrong. Right, thank you, pillow. Right, resentment means that you hate something, you resent someone for something because you really absolutely despise them. Okay, amusement means that you find enjoyment, but contentment is the correct answer because you are happy with what you have at the moment. You are content with it. Okay, and accomplishment is more of an achievement, right? Accomplish something that you couldn't have. So that's not very suitable for this blank over here. Okay, so moving on to question 22. Gran protested blank after being accused of stealing her sister's pocket money. Okay, David says 2. Protested indignantly. Okay, anyone else? Protested. Okay, 2. Yes. Okay, so what is the meaning of indignantly? Okay, what does indignant mean? Okay, does anyone know the meaning or it's just a guess by elimination? This is primary school paper, David. This is for primary school students. Secondary school, you don't have grammar MCQ and vocab MCQ anymore. Oh, you did it by elimination, I see. Okay, so, yes, right. Hesitantly means that you're unsure, you're uncertain of something. Energetically, you don't really protest very energetically, right? Unless you're very excited about something. Nonchalantly means that you don't really care. So what does indignantly mean? This means that being annoyed because of something unfair or something you find unfair. Okay, so Gwen protested indignantly. The dice, then they have what? Oh, for secondary school students, right, they do, their paper 1 will be an essay, and for paper 2, they will be doing editing questions. Okay, so for secondary school editing, it will be more difficult, right? They will give you 10 questions with all blanks, and you have to find the errors and the correct word. So maybe when you are nearing to secondary 1, you can try out some of the sec 1 editing practices, and it will be followed by visual text and comprehension open-ended. Yes, so it's a bit more difficult compared to P6 definitely because it's sec 1, right? So that will be in preparation for the O levels. Like comprehension closed, no, comprehension open-ended is the one with a long passage and you have to write sentences as the answer. Okay, the ones Gran mentioned now stands blank after years of disrepair and neglect. Okay, disrepair and neglect, right? Years of disrepair and neglect. Yes, dilapidated. That's correct. Okay, this means that you never take care of this building or apartment for a long period of time and it actually just starts looking older and like you didn't take care of it properly. Run down, yeah, definitely. Okay, pristine and picturesque are definitely out, right? Haunted doesn't really make sense in this question because this is the hint that they give, right? Disrepair and neglect. Okay, question 24. Upon seeing a black dog menacingly approach her, Julie cautiously blank. Okay, so when this scary animal approach someone, she will cautiously do something, right? So this question is actually a phrasal verbs question, right? Phrasal verbs. Okay, so she back up, back out, back away, or back down. Okay, so is it up, out, away, or down for question 24? Okay, question 24, yes. Okay, so she cautiously backed away, right? So that's the correct answer. Back away. So what is backing up, right? When you back someone up or you back somebody up means that you are supporting the person. So let's say that your friend got into trouble and there's actually another student who backs him up and say that no, he wasn't the one who did this. It was somebody else, right? So that's how you back someone up. Backing out of something is actually let's say, to exit a competition or like I backed out of the competition because I was afraid to contest in it, right? So that's backing out. And back down means to give up. Okay, so going on to question 25. Nick was awestruck and felt like blank after relocating from his tiny village to the bustling city. Okay, so we are using idioms over here. Okay, felt like a fish out of water. Yes. Okay, so Nick was awestruck and felt like a fish out of water after relocating from his tiny village to the bustling city. Yes, so next we have our vocabulary clues once again, right? So you can take a look at the question, the bolded and underlined words first, right? So in Singapore, volunteers from World Wildlife Fund are using AI to stop the illegal trading of wild animals online. The AI tool meticulously scans websites like Shopee and Facebook Marketplace before flagging illegal listings with an incredible accuracy. Even when sellers try to hide what they are selling by using emojis or secret code words, the AI tool helps volunteers to quickly locate genuine threats. These volunteers, called cyberspotters, then review such listings for evidence before reporting them promptly. Launched in collaboration with AI Singapore in 2023, this initiative aims to fully automate the detection process. This will effectively address the significant threat of wildlife trafficking to the biodiversity. Okay, so we are looking at question 26, meticulously scans websites. Okay, meticulous. Okay, meticulously scans websites. So carefully, yes, carefully is correct. Okay, so for this question, right, meticulously means that you are very carefully, very detailed, right? As a person is meticulous, it means that they are very detailed with the things. Yeah, that's correct. Question 27, flagging illegal things, right? Flagging. Flagging illegal things. So for question 27, what would be the answer? Right. Identifying. Yes, very good. Hi Shark, welcome back. Yes, flagging is identifying. Okay, question 28 now. Quickly locate genuine threats. Genuine threats. Okay, so for question 28, the answer is actually option number 2, actual threats, right? So these genuine threats actually refer to the actual threats. And moving on to question 29, right? Then review such listing for evidence before reporting them promptly. Okay, promptly. So let's go to the question. Then reviewing them promptly. Okay, 4, immediately. Yes, right. So promptly means like almost immediately, right? So have to report immediately if you see anything suspicious. So being prompt, that's what it means. And launched in collaboration with AI Singapore in 2023, this initiative aims to fully automate the detection process. Okay, this initiative. Okay, this initiative Okay, yes, initiative, this plan, right? An initiative is a plan that everyone wants to actually eventually implement, right? So creating this initiative shows that, oh, they actually thought up a whole thought process and try to make it happen. So that's an initiative. Okay, so before we move on to the next grammar part, right? Give me a few minutes, right? I'll be right back. Hey, hello everyone. I'm back. Time for a commercial break. Yes, pillow, that's right. Okay, hope you enjoy the music in the meantime. So we are back and let's do the last few questions for the last few minutes of our live session today. Right, so question number one, either Belinda or her twin brothers blank attending the birthday party next Saturday. Okay, this you can tell that it is in present tense. Okay, present tense. Twin brothers, this is plural. Okay, because it is the second subject. Okay, so answer is next Saturday, right? Fleeting moments, that's correct. Okay, are attending the party next Saturday. Uncle Jim showed blank concern for the injured bird he found in the garden, eagerly seeking ways to help it recover. Okay, he's eagerly seeking ways to help it recover, which means that he's very concerned, right? Very. Okay, and concern is uncountable. Concern is uncountable, therefore the answer is option number 4. Okay, Auntie Brenda blank bag was stolen yesterday, was very upset by her loss. Okay, so Auntie Brenda blank bag was stolen yesterday. Hey, whose bag? Right, yes. So this bag belongs to Auntie Brenda. Okay, so therefore the answer will be whose bag was stolen yesterday. Okay, moving on to question 4. Mr. Jeremy, together with his students, blank 3 times a week since term 1. Every time you see a since, it's usually in present continuous tense. Okay, so yes, fleeting moments, very good. Okay, because the commas here shows that this is a distractor. So Mr. Jeremy is only one person. Okay, one person has been jogging. Okay, the correct answer is option number 3. Okay, has been jogging. Okay, question number 5. My parents continued with the spring cleaning blank being tired. My parents continued with the spring cleaning blank being tired. Until being tired, Abdullah, are you sure? Right? Are you sure that they continued with the spring cleaning until being tired? Right? Or is it? It's something that shows a contrast. Despite, yes, okay. Despite being tired, right? So despite being tired, my parents still continued with the spring cleaning. Okay, so the correct answer for this will be option number 2. Next, question 6. The principal blank an important speech now. Please stop talking. Okay, now means that it's ongoing, right? Yes, so the answer is actually option number 3. He is giving an important speech now, right? Will be giving indicates that it's in the future. Okay, so it's not now, but it's in the future. He will be giving a speech later. Question 7. The 10 pieces of luggage blank loaded onto the van earlier. Okay, so yes, option number 4 is correct. Okay, very good. Let's go on to question number 8, our last question for today. Ting Ting arranged the flowers on the table, blank sheet, Leo asked. Okay, so this is positive, right? So it indicates that Xing Ting did arrange the flowers on the table, blank she. 10 pieces are plural. Yes, pillow, that's right. 10 pieces are plural. Okay, so negative over here, all the options are negative, so we don't need to cross out any of the positive options. But she did arrange the flowers, right? So she did arrange. She did arrange the flowers, blank she. Okay, so it's actually didn't she. Okay, didn't she. So the correct answer is option number 2. And with that, yes, we have come to the end of our live session. Thank you everyone for joining our live and answering the question together, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye. Yes, bye bye, Pillow. You too.